One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah. Thought you was riding. Thought you was 10 toes down. The second something shiny came, you folded. It's cool though. You just tell me how to move. Watch this. Used to think we was a unit, thought the back was covered. Thought you was my dog, man, thought you was my brother. Smiling in my face, shit, you really played a part. Acting like you with me, had me giving you my heart. But the loyalty was past, man, that shit was see-through. Waiting for your moment, that's what fake ones be, dude. Soon as opportunity came knocking on the door, you ain't even hesitate, you just wanna ask for more. You ain't look back once, you went your own way. Show me who you were, man, I got nothing left to say. I ain't mad, I ain't bitter, ain't no salt to spill. You just lit a fire, man, you just made the focus real. This a full court pressing, I ain't letting up. Put myself first, I'm filling my own cup. No empathy, no sympathy, I'm on my purpose. Y'all just flaky people, man, you make me nervous. This a full court pressing, I am all out focused. You ain't on my team, then you just a locust. I ain't mad, I'm motivated, time to run a score. Yeah, I'm locked in, man, I'm kicking down the door. You thought that burn would stop me, man, you got it backwards. You just gave me fuel, man, I'm moving only faster. I ain't got no time for what a flaky person says. I am on a mission, you are in my way. I'm cutting up the dead weight, I don't care who suffers. If you ain't with vision, then you're undercovers. Sleeping on the grind, I am wide awake. Every year you hitting me, just taught me what to take. And I'm taking everything I am putting first. All that fake love, man, it was a damn curse. Now the curse is broken, now I see the path. You just woke the monster, you can do the math. Yeah, this a full court press it, I ain't letting up. Put myself first, I'm filling my own cup. No empathy, no sympathy, I'm on my purpose. Y'all just flaky people, man, you make me nervous. This a full court press it, I am all out focused. Who ain't in my team, then you're just a locust. I ain't mad, I'm motivated, time to run the score. Yeah, I'm locked in, man, I'm kicking down the door. So I don't look around, I just look ahead. Every promise that I made to myself is fed. All focus, all gas, I ain't gotta brag. I don't care about your feelings or your new mistake. You made your choice, and now I'm making mine. My purpose is the only thing I see. I'm on the line, you are just a ghost, man, a lesson that I learned. Thanks for showing me that my own back is all I earn. So I'm holding it down, I'm the one I trust. Turning all the betrayal right in the dust. Watch me build an empire while you watch me from the side. Should've stayed down, man, you should've learned to ride. Full court present. All focus, all out. No sympathy. Yeah. Locked in. Purpose.
Happy New Year to you. How is everyone doing today? Guess what? We are a little earlier than our normal Thursday time, but it is New Year. It is the new year, and there's people coming over today. I don't know what time they're going to leave. I did not know if we're going to be able to get into our night show. So, you know what? Let's go live early because guess what? The work does not stop. I've been off of my regular work schedule since the 24th and going back to work on Monday. And I'm going to say this, something that no one has ever said before. I can't wait to go back to work.
How dare you?
It's true. It is true. Having a consistent schedule where I have everything planned out is so much easier for me to manage with my OCD and my ADHD. I had so many plans to do while I had this downtime, but everything else came up, working on everything else. It is it's crazy, right? So I have a few days to catch up on everything else that I wanted to do. I wanted to work on the 3D printer. I wanted to work on the cold plunge, all these different things, but helping people out, it's just crazy. And I have to edit a bunch. One thing I did get done, I edited a bunch of video, a bunch of shorts, a bunch of break time conversations, clips, uploaded them, a lot of things, but I like the balance between my regular job, building applications and things like that, and what I do for my 5 to 9, or some can say 5 to 1. Who knows? It just depends on the work getting done. But I'm looking forward to getting back to work and doing amazing things in 2026, as well as doing amazing things on this channel at techcotrap.dev with my tech barbarians, everything, right? I'm looking forward to doing a lot of different things. But my question to you in this new year, in the first day of 2026, what have you accomplished so far? What have you done? It's a fair question, because I told you that you should start getting ready for 2026 back in March. And you guys fought me like, no, we have so much time. And now 2026 is here. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I think that's a fair question. I think that is a fair question. Are you ready for 2026? What have you done so far? Well, we are here. We're going to be working on so my plan for today on this first day of 2026 is to work on the Streamdeck plugin, review some articles. One thing which we're going to get into the icebreaker, was I used the content creation assistant app of mine. I upgraded it from from OpenAI's GPT-4o Nano, I think I was using, to GPT-5 Mini. And I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. Boy, was I wrong. It was an absolute nightmare, because the API, so when I first created this, the API versions are totally different, but it gave me some opportunities to upgrade the code, upgrade the syntax through Lovable, of course. And I think it's just about working now. So I had so many issues yesterday. That's one of the reasons that I didn't really post anything yesterday, because I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I think it started happening. I wanted to post some stuff, and I just was having a nightmare with my app. And you know what? I'm just gonna hold off. I'm gonna get this thing working, and then we're gonna get back into our regularly posting schedule again. All right. But that is what we're working on. We are looking to be productive in 2026. That is always a goal. Every single year, I want us to be more productive than the year before. I want to continue to run it up. That is the goal. Always, always, always. All right. So let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Like I said, Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2026. I hope that you are ready to win, ready to run it up. Thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel. Though everyone who subscribed in 2026 or in 2025 and before, the brand new people who have subscribed in 2026, looking forward to all the amazing things that you can do. Learn, work, try, explore. That is what we do here. I just have to let you know that I truly appreciate every last one of you.
I appreciate you.
To my tech barbarians, we're back at it this coming Sunday. We're going to do our sprint planning for our very first sprint of 2026. I gave them the past 2 weeks off. We're going to hit the ground running. We're working on resume flow, working on the speech app, working on the Tech Barbarian coaching portal, mobile testing, mobile development, all that good stuff we're going to be working on with my tech barbarians. We're going to be doing our vibe code and chills. I'm going to be releasing some exclusive content. I'm going to be posting, like when I do these videos about the AI data curator from yesterday, I'm going to be posting the roadmaps, like a comprehensive roadmap. I'm going to be posting the slides that I used, the prompts that I used to create it, all that stuff, so that you can learn, you can win, you can take what I'm doing and then you can modify it to do it for yourself. That is our goal for 2026. And you can get that exclusively at techcoachralph.dev. What I really want you to do is join our Vibe Code and Chills live, so that we can have the conversation. And we do it a Google Meetup. So you can join, you don't have to be on camera, and you can share what you're working on, what you need help with. We can help each other. As they say, iron sharpens iron, and I want you to sharpen me. I want to sharpen you so that you can grow and that you can win. All right. Any questions that you have, whether it's career related, whether it's tech related, whether it's software development, if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you, but you have to join us at the Vibe Code and Chills. We do that every other Saturday. Every other Saturday. We're going to be starting this is next Saturday, the 10th. The 24th. We're starting our Vibe Code and Chill again on January 24th. Join me and ask any question that you have. And the way that we do it, Google Meetup. I also stream it to the Patreon as well. And that way, if you can't join the live, if you can't join us in the, what do you call it? If you can't join us in the Google Meet, you can stream it live on Patreon, and you can ask questions from there as well. All right. So that is the goal. That is what we're working on. All right. And last but certainly not least, shout out to my Tech Mercenaries, the YouTube channel members. They allow this channel to get across the entire world. I get comments in all sorts of languages. They also allow me to push it towards X and into Twitch. That way we can do the work that needs to be done so people can grow, they can level up, they can get their resume right, they can get their career right, they can get interview skills properly. That is what is fueling us to do all of these things, all the things to be streaming on all of these platforms. All right. So that is what we are going to be working on for this year. But shout out to my tech barbarians. We are the best.
We the best.
And let's go out there and get it for my tech mercenaries, my tech barbarians, all of the subscribers.
Let's get it.
All right. So upcoming tomorrow we are going to be premiering the Bug Bite. We're going to be talking about I don't remember what we're talking about. I know it's already recorded, edited, but I forgot what we were talking about. But it's going to be really, really good. I want to say some type of. Oh, I know what it is. Uber One hit with a lawsuit, because it's similar to the Amazon lawsuit, but they were hit with a lawsuit that they make it absolutely impossible to cancel the Uber One membership. There's like 100,000. Okay, I'm exaggerating. I don't want to get. Allegedly, there's like 30 steps to cancel. They're denying it. We're going to review it to see what exactly is going on. Did Uber One call their customers stupid? We're going to find out tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Join me and let's have a lot of fun. And we're going to be going live on Sunday. We're going to continue working on our speech coaching app. We have to finish up the dashboard so we can start pushing to finish the dashboard, install Superbase on DigitalOcean so we can push it towards there. And then we can start directing the traffic of the app to DigitalOcean, to our Superbase. And then we can actually go to push it to the App Store. So a few steps left to go. The app, I think we're in a good spot for the app. Now we have to do the dashboard, and then we have to start getting our deployment ready for iOS and for Android. All right. That is what we're working on. Let's go out there and let's get it, because guess what? We want to make that money.
More money.
There we go. All right. So I am going to check the chat real quick, and then we'll get into our. I have a little icebreaker today, similar to last time, but this one is going to be for the content creation app. I want to walk you through what happened with my Chat GPT, or with my OpenAI GPT model upgrade, and the nightmare that it caused. And we're going to see if it's working on the last part now, and then we're going to get into work. All right. But checking the chat, we have over on on YouTube, we have Will Master in the building with the hi. Hello to you, Will Master. How are you doing? Says, hope you had a good new year. I'm having a phenomenal new year. And the fact that I get to build in public with you guys and talk to you guys and converse with you guys, it makes it even the more better. So thank you so much. Happy new year to you as well. And ALR. What is ALR? Age, location. What is R? Age 41. Location, South Florida. I don't know what the R is. Let me know what the R is, all right? But shout out to you, Will Masters. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, we are going to get into a little bit of an icebreaker real quick. So let's go to, I upgraded the OpenAI model from GPT-4 Nano to GPT-5 Mini, all right? And I am going to let me go pull it up. Show you a couple of things that happen. And I also have to record a video for YouTube so I can get this app approved by YouTube as well for the OAuth and the YouTube stuff that it's doing. So I am going to jump into, all right, let's go to here. And I'll tell you this, I thought it was going to be so easy, just change GPT-4 Mini or Nano, whatever it was, to GPT-5 Mini. And so I did it manually, and then nothing is working. I'm like, what is going on here? What is going on? So let's go over here. And I'm gonna share. I don't even know how many tokens I used for this, but luckily I did fumble some tokens last month because I had rollover tokens. But the thing is with Lovable, you can only max out at, like, based on your plan, you can max out at like double. So I have 100 credits a month, and I got to, and I had rollover. I didn't use the full 100, so to give me down to like 99. So then when it rolled, I probably had like 115, and when it rolled over, it ended up at like 200. So I did fumble some tokens, but it's been a busy month. It has been a busy month. But what I did was, let me see if I can find it. I went in to, I'll just show you. I went like this, right? I said a search in Lovable. I said GPT. So I'll do the 5 Mini for now, right? And I did GPT-5 Mini. Well, I searched for GPT-4 Mini, and it found it in 13 files, 17 spots. So I had to go and update them in each spot. Then I tried it and it failed. But what I ended up doing was, if we go to starting here, right? So I did it manually and I got a failure. I got this error, OpenAI API error 400. So that means the 400 is a bad request. The way that I'm sending the format was wrong. So I said to Love, I'm like, I am not going to do a bunch of research, try to fix all this stuff out. So I said, first update OpenAI GPT model from GPT-4 Nano to GPT-5 Mini, but I'm getting this error, right? And the only error that I was getting in my logs was this right here. So I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on. It said it's probably happening on all the API calls to change in 17 areas, 13 files. Can I fix the model name? Can you fix the model name? Let's see, and refactor. So this is the key that I learned. I said, you know what? Because it's in 17 spots, can we refactor to have it in one spot, and then we have all the other files call into it? Major, like a very big thing to do, right? So Lovable thought it was seeing the right error messages, but it was wrong. So I said, since it can see the errors, yada, yada, yada. The problem is not the model name. The model name is correct. And let me research where it's being used. So 17 places, max tokens, it should be max completion token, 17 places using temperature, doesn't support temperature. 13 files with hard-coded model names, make updates error prone. One file is still using the GPT-4o Mini. I guess that was just GPT-4o because I didn't find that in the 5 research thing. So whatever, right? So it makes the plan to fix it, all that good stuff. And this is the key part right here. Replace hard-coded models with OpenAI config default model name. So that way, once I update the model name, it'll update it in all spots. I don't have to go do it one by one, right? So that was a very, very important part of it. But unfortunately, so it made all the changes. It still didn't work though. It still did not work.
Bruh.
It happens, all right? So it did the work, it did the changes, and let me see, let's go down. It updated all the files. And I said, I'm still getting the error. And the logs show the error, but not the details. Looking at OpenAI config, I can see in context, I see the issue. The model name is 5 is GPT-5 Mini, but the correct model name should be GPT-5 Mini 2025-0807. I did not believe that. And this is part of the hallucinations that you like, and this is why it's so difficult for non-technical people and non-developers to just start building applications, because they don't really know where to get all of this information and what to believe and what not to believe. Honestly, that is why you cannot always trust the vibes of these tools.
You said it was mended, but it's still the same. Words like bandages, that don't stop the pain. Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes when I'm working with these models, right? When I'm working with these vibe coding tools, because it'll tell me like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, nah, I do not trust your vibes at all, right? So it said it should be this, which it's not to say that this wouldn't work, but I didn't want to be locked in to a 2025-0807 model, because what about when the GPT-5 model gets updated? I want to get those upgrades as well, right? So it said that founded index was hard coded of GPT-5, max tokens wasn't updated, right? So it's doing some stuff. I'm still getting the same error, right? And then it reverts it back to it just decided on its own to revert back to GPT-4 Mini. The GPT-5 Mini model name doesn't exist on OpenAI's API. Lies. You sit on a throne of lies. All right. It says you want to upgrade to GPT-5 model in the future. The correct name is this, right? Nope. So what I did was I went to OpenAI's site and I went into their playground and I did a request with GPT-5 Mini. And I pasted, I said, here's the example of GPT-5 Mini on their website, right? With on their website with the code block, right? And this is how it's supposed to look. And I asked it, are we actually following that model? And of course it says you are absolutely correct. This is completely different API format. GPT-5 model uses the new response API, V1 responses, instead of the chat completion API, V1 chat completion that we're currently using. So OpenAI did upgrade from one model to the other, and starting at a particular model, they started requiring the new format. I remember we saw that back in when we were working on the course in the mornings for AI, like prompt engineering, and we had to make some model changes, right? So it says we have two options: stay with the GPT-4 model, like no, and upgrade to the GPT-5, right? So I said, so what I ended up doing was, while I was on the GPT-4 model, I got the video for yesterday at noon ready, just so I can get that out of the way. And then I said, all right, let's go ahead and upgrade to GPT-5. It created the plan to upgrade to GPT-5. And it was saying the differences between GPT-4 or the old model and the chat completion model and the response model. These are all the differences based on what I sent it. And we said the plan upgrade all OpenAI integration to GPT-5 response API. And that's basically went along its way to do that. Some new helper function, whatever, and added improving logging and streaming support. Okay, that was for the chat. Migration benefits access to GPT-5 models. Use the latest and most capable models, and that's what I wanted, because basically when I'm generating the titles, the descriptions, all that, right? I would see some titles that were saying, things to learn in 2023. I'm like, we're in 2026. And that's because and I'll show you real quick. Let's see, chat GPT. I'm going to show you what I mean, right? So chat GPT, and we're going to go to can I say what model I'm using? Let me see. What model are you currently using? right? So if I do, am I logged in? Hold on, am I logged in? What's going on here? I want to make sure we're logged in. Okay, there we go. So let's say, I don't see, let's say what model are you currently using, right? So this is running GPT 5.2. I don't know if I can change the model though. Maybe I can't change the model. But if I had the model of, let me see, is there any way to change the model that we're using? Settings. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe not. But if I was able to change to the 4.0 mini model, then it would tell me that the data is up to, or let's do this. What was the latest date of information from GPT 4.0 nano model? And so this one was June 2024. What about GPT 4.0 mini model? Because everything I would do, like when it would generate the descriptions, it would say, hey, there it goes, October 2023, right? So I was using GPT 4.0 mini before, and it would say, oh, get the latest, like what to learn in 2023. I'm like, but we're in 2024, right? So that's one of the reasons I wanted to push for the upgrade, right? So we pushed the upgrade, and we had to do it in 3 batches. Took up some credits, continue. Everything was continue migrating for batch 3. And then I tried it out, and I was still getting an error. And then it said something about JSON. So from the response, JSON mode, JSON object. So when integrating in these applications, you need the responses to be in JSON. So apparently OpenAI has some type of requirement that if you're using JSON mode set to true, then inside of the response input messages must contain the word JSON in some form to use the text.format. I didn't even know that, right? So still trying it. And then there was another issue, temperature needed to be removed. What else was there? And then lastly, it was getting incomplete responses. So we had to increase the max tokens, a bunch of stuff that had to be done. And then this morning I was trying it out. We had to make sure it was applied to all the other calls. And then this morning I was trying it out. When I went to generate my thumbnail, I got another error. Still had the temperature, max tokens. So we increased that. So I have to try that today. So what I want to do is show you, and I can use this for content. So I'm gonna use this as well for the YouTube video that we need to get approved. Like we need to get validated to use the OAuth. So I'm just gonna disconnect. So this is how that. So you get to see how this works. Right? So this is so I'm gonna click on connect to YouTube. I'm gonna choose my channel. And because now it needs to get approved, it's going to say that it's not safe. I'm going to go here. Now we're authenticated. I'm going to do, so that's the part that we need to get approved because we need to do the OAuth so that we can connect to YouTube, so we can list all of our videos over at YouTube. So we're going to do, let's do sync. It takes a second to sync. So now it's doing a YouTube API call where it's going to connect, get all the videos that we have on YouTube, pull them into the app, and then we are going to choose a video. in order to edit the metadata on that video. Give it a second to connect. Almost there. It just takes some time because there's a lot of videos on YouTube that it's syncing right now. Got to find a way to speed it up. Maybe you could do, like get the most recent 100 videos, right? So here we go. So one of the videos that I recently uploaded was the drones in Singapore, right? So we basically click on this, and I'm going to go to, and it's pulling in all the data from YouTube, right? I'm going to say optimize video data, and I'm going to say use the video transcript that way, and say research competitor videos. And we're going to say this one, we're going to do, let's say curiosity. And now you generate the curiosity content and timestamps. So my timestamps for the videos are automatically created. So this is why we need those YouTube scope permissions, so that, and I'm explaining this for whoever's reviewing this at YouTube, so they can understand why we need the scopes that we need to connect to YouTube. And that's why we're using the OAuth to connect to YouTube, so that we can get this whole thing working properly. So now it's using the time, using the transcript of the video to generate the timestamps of like where the topics change. People always love timestamps. And then it's also going to create a title for me and a description for me with keywords and tags. And then we're going to create our thumbnail. So there's a lot of moving pieces to this, but this is like, it's so hard for me to be efficient without this tool, right? And what would happen is, like, while it's generating, I'm like, all right, let me go and work on something while it's doing that. And then it gets it popped up. And now, see if it's working actually. Should be working. It should at least get, because it was getting past this part before. And then we could get it to, create the thumbnails. Oh, it's taking so long. Normally a lot faster than that. Let's see here. Maybe because of the research that it's doing. Oh, there we go. All right, so now we have it. And so it'll generate AI generated titles. And this is where it would always say like 2023 before we upgraded to ChatGPT-5 or GPT-5 mini and unknown secrets. So it gives me these suggestions like from AI generated. And then there's also, it will give you the like some quotes. So like Singapore secret weapon, drones taking over port surveillance, and it gives you like why this would be a viable title. Let's see. See, like, this is pretty cool. I'll say either this one or this one. It gives you a click score as well. How accurate it is, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go with this one. Singapore secret weapon. And I'm going to say start it on after the third line, where it has after these. And these are all the generated keywords that it has. See, drone technology 2025. And we're going to say, I don't really know what. Let's say we do. I don't think we need a subject for this one. And we can say smart background generator, and we'll say that this, and so now when it's creating the thumbnails, it is going to be connecting to runware, to runware.ai to use those. So right now we're going to video context, reviewing drone video or drone usage in Singapore to remotely controlled drones. Drone usage in Singapore to monitor different areas of the city / country, especially for surveillance at the ports. Hopefully I spelled surveillance right, but it'll figure it out. Curiosity gap. And I'm going to say use the Flux 2 model, generate high impact. So first we generate the suggestions, and then it's going to give us like 3 suggestions to choose from. High-tech surveillance drone mysteriously emerging from dark, turning port waters. The digital city grid partially cloaked in shadow, hints at unseen drone activity. Abandoned shipping container secrets, a glowing, mysterious drone with slightly open door. Go with this one, I think. And I'm gonna say generate background. There we go. Issues. Oh, I think I know what it is. Let me see. Console. What do I have an issue for? Let me try it again. Okay, so sometimes it acts up. I think it's gonna work this time. There we go. So we go here. Ooh, look at that. That is a weird looking drone, but we're going to, I'll go with it, right? So we're gonna say here, now this is where it was messing up. Let's say we do generate thumbnail variation. Hopefully this is the part I was getting stuck last time. So note to self, add a retry logic in there. And if this works, we should have our thumbnail editor pop up where we can make some changes to it. And then we'll stop it at that. But it was getting stuck over here. And now what it should do is pop in it should generate the thumbnail, and there we go. Ooh, no, we got an error. We have an error. All right, so I'll leave it at that. I will look into that further, but this is all because of upgrading from GPT-4 Mini to GPT-5, or GPT-4 Nano to GPT-4 Mini to GPT-5 Mini. That's why I'm having these issues, but we're at the last step of getting this resolved, all right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. But I want to share that with you so that you can have an understanding of all the complexities, even as someone who's been doing this for a very, very long time, software development, quality assurance, all these different things. We still, it's still very, very hard because you need to understand these API calls. You need to understand the API models, the upgrades, and being able to deal with the issues that there is in building. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but it's worth it because this tool saves my life. Like building it in June of 2025, it has helped me go so much faster and it has grown so much. And right now it's just a personal tool. I'm thinking about if I should do it because of YouTube and APIs and stuff like that. I don't want it to, YouTube has limits on a quota on how much you could use, right? Or Google has a quota on API usage. So I'm thinking about doing it as a platform as a service where you bring your own API keys, you bring your own YouTube, and I can help you set that up, work with you on that. And that way you can, if you need a tool to help you with content creation, I can set you up on the platform and I set you up on the platform and you put in, and we put in your own keys and stuff like that. And now it's all yours. You can use it as much as you want. You just have to pay for the maintenance fee of the app, but I'm not limiting you on how much you could use it or nothing like that. All right. So that's something that I'm going to be working on and having some more discussion on in 2026 in this year. Right. But that is everything. I wanted to share that with you. Let me know if you have any questions about it. And looking forward to getting this approved by Google as well for OAuth part. All right. But that is everything. Let me see, before we get into work, let me see if we have anything happening in the chat. If not, we're going to jump right into it. Let's see. I do not think so. We are good to go. All right, perfect. So Let me see what we got going on over here. Cool. All right, we are going to jump into our first working segment of today. Like I was saying, our goal is to let me start the segment. All right, let me go to.
It's time to do.
So what we've done, we built the Stream Deck plugin, where we built the Stream Deck plugin. We have our timer running. I can let me show you the Stream Deck plugin. Go over here, and I am going to open that. I'm going to show you the Stream Deck interface, where you can see the plugin running. Where is Stream Deck? All right, and I'm just going to click into. All right, so you can see it running right on the Stream Deck. If anybody's used a Stream Deck before, you see, the software. It is running. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But Junior had a recommendation like, hey, can we get it to be on screen as well? And I was like, you know what? The reason I wasn't showing it on screen was because of X, Y, and Z, but I think we should have the option to have it on screen. And my guy, Yakar, he was asking me since last year, can we have a flip style clock as well? And I was like, I just don't know how to do it, but I think we can do it now. So what I did was I had a prompt where I went to, let's go over here. I went to here. And let me see, did I do it here? No, this isn't it. I thought I did it in here. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is it over here. So I said that, what could we do if we wanted the timer countdown to show up on OBS and be controlled from our Stream Deck plugin? This is a classic Stream Deck versus streamer versus developer architecture choice. Since you want the timer on OBS to match your cool designs and be controlled by the Stream Deck, you have two main options. The probe method, browser source, is the industry standard for this because it allows you to render the exact same progress ring and panic modes on your stream that you see on your button. The architecture, the local host overlay. Instead of trying to push pixels directly to OBS, your Stream Deck plugin becomes a tiny web server. The server plugin, your Node.js plugin, spins up a small web socket server using WS or Express. The view overlay, you create a generic overlay.html file inside of your plugin. This page listens to the web socket. OBS, add your browser source in the OBS pointing to HTTP localhost port overlay HTML. The flow, you press the button, the plugin logic starts the timer, plugin emits an event, type tick, how much time is left, and the overlay HTML receives this and updates its own CSS canvas. The Stream Deck plugin, the Stream Deck button in your hand updates its own canvas. How to add this to your specs. To add significant but powerful layer to your project, you need to update your specs and plans to include the overlay server. Update specs, add a new section. OBS integration overlay. Localhost or local server. The plugin starts with a lightweight HTTPS server on configure port, default 3000. When the Stream Deck software launches, overlay client, an overlay HTML file must be served that renders the timer visually. Synchronization, the timer service must tick start, stop events to all connected WebSocket clients, the OBS overlay. Visual parity, the overlay should attempt to match the visual style selected in the property inspector. If ring selected, the OBS overlay draws a ring. And update the task to do this. I don't want the quick and dirty alternative, right? So recommendation, since you're building a robust plugin with SpecKit, go to the WebSocket overlay method. It allows you to package the Tech Coach timer as a professional tool where the stream overlay looks just as sick as a button, all right? So we are going to say, we're going to do it. We're going to go over to here. Let's select this and we're going to do we are going to do it like this. I am going to say inside of Kilo that we want to do let me check these buttons real quick. Progress ring. Okay, we do have to fix this as well. We do have to fix this as well. But it's okay. Because the styling is ugly. But let's go ahead. The goal, I really want to do the overlays first though. So let's go ahead and say architect. And I'm just going to copy from Gemini and say, I want to add the ability to have the timer display on screen in OBS via a browser source. Via browser source. Yeah, let's do that. Let's leave it as that, via browser source. And we will via browser source. Here are the specs to add, the specs and tasks to add to get started. And so now I'm going to copy that over from Gemini. Let's see. And let's go to, so let's say tasks. And we'll say specs, right? That way we get this added and then we can start building it. I'm going to change this to 3099. Let's say 30. Just because other apps might use that 3000 port and I don't want to conflict those ports, I'm just going to make it 3999, right? Let's add another 9 to it as well. See if that's possible. All right, and I'm going to say, let's give it a start. And after we get that to work, then we'll add our flip clock. And the flip clock might be a little big for the Stream Deck, but we should have the option to override. So inside of this, so over here, we should have the option to override the web server display to, like, so let's say we say here on the Stream Deck use a progress ring, but output to the overlay, like say same as Stream Deck appearance, or we say output it to custom, like, so we can say use the progress ring instead, use something else, use the flip clock. So that would be the goal for this, right? It says, I'm ready to create the plan for OBS. I noticed a small discrepancy in specs regarding the port. The specs mentioned defaults at 3000, but also strictly regarding the visual parity. Should I aim to implement all three visual styles, progress ring, panic mode, in the browser overlay immediately, or start with a specific one? I'm going to say use this port right here, implement all visual styles. And then once that's done, we will give it then we'll say, all right, now I want to have the option to customize the overlay output to something else, right? And we could say flip clock, and then we can add on additional styles in the future. All right, so in order to do that, all right, so it says, okay, let's start by installing necessary dependencies. We'll add WS and Express to the project along with their TypeScript type definitions. I'll execute this command with the countdown directory. Within the countdown directory, execute this command. All right, so now we need to do install WS Express, npm install save dev. All right, let's do run. It is a great feeling to be building these tools. Like, I think that the idea that AI is going to take away developers and stuff like that, it actually has boosted my ability to do stuff, right? It's crazy because now I'm able to just think and start. Before, you're like, okay, where do I do? Where do I go? Where do I start? And now so many things are rolling out. Okay, I've reviewed the rollup configuration. I'll use the rollup plugin copy package to handle copying the overlay HTML file. First, I'll install it as a dev dependency. After that, I will create the assets directory and the overlay.html. Finally, I will modify the rollup config to copy the overlay HTML file. All right, cool. Let's go and do that. Countdown overlay, okay. The overlay.html file has been created. Now I'll modify the rollup config.min.js to plugin directory. Great, the rollup configuration is updated. Now that the build is configured, I'll move on to the next step, creating the overlay server. First, I'll update the to-do list to mark the build configuration as complete and the overlay server creation as in progress. There we go. All right, okay, the to-do is updated. Now I'll create the overlay server.ts. This file will contain a class that manages the Express and WebSocket servers. The server will be responsible for serving the overlay.html file and broadcasting timer events to connect the clients. There we go. The overlay has been created. Now I need to integrate it into the plugin's lifecycle. I'll modify the plugin.ts file to start the server when the plugin connects to the Stream Deck, and I'll stop it when the connection is lost. I'll modify the plugin.ts to start the server when the plugin connects to the Stream Deck. And okay, gotcha. I'll also modify counter.ts file to use the overlay server to broadcast timer events. First, I'll update it to do. All right, cool. To-do list is updated. I'll modify the plugin.ts. Okay. Updated the plugin.ts to start the server. Now I will update the counter.ts to broadcast a timer in the state. Cool. I've now integrated overlay into the counter action, so timer events will be broadcast over WebSockets. The backend is mostly complete. The next step is implement the client-side logic in assets overlay to connect to the WebSocket server and render the timer visuals. I'll start by adding the WebSocket connection logic and then implement the 3 visual styles. Got it. First, I'll add update the to-do list, yada, yada, yada. All right. So now it's creating the assets. Okay. The to-do list is updated. Now I'll add the client-side JavaScript. The script will connect to the WebSocket server, listen for the message, and update the display accordingly. All right. Did that. The core implementation complete. Next step is to test the OBS overlay. I'll need to build a plugin, and then you will need to load it in Streamdeck software and add the OBS overlay to OBS. First, I'll update the to-do list to mark the client-side implementation as complete. and the verification step in progress, then all right, so let's see, verify OBS. The to-do list is updated. Now I'll build a plugin. So let's go and run that. And plugin is built. All right, looks like the plugin completed, but through some TypeScript errors. Okay, so there's some errors that it needs to fix. I'll apply these. Okay, I've corrected TypeScript errors. Now I'll run the build command again. The plugin is now ready for testing. All right, there we go. Please follow these steps. Install the plugin into your Stream Deck software. The plugin is located over here. I think we just need to refresh. Add coach countdown action to a button on your Stream Deck. In OBS, add a new browser source and use that path right here. And set the width and height to your desired size. Press the button on your Stream Deck to start. You should see the timer appear in your OBS scene. All right. Let's see what happened. How much time is that? 4 minutes left. All right, cool. Let me go over to here. And I need to reload this. I'm going to close. I'm going to open it up and we're going to set it up at 4 minutes. All right. We'll do 3 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. So let's go quit software. Stream Deck. Uh-oh, it is not. All right, so it is 1:05 Eastern time. So we'll say 1:10. We'll stop if we don't get this running. Let's go to what is going on here. So let me see if let's say we do 4 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes. Let's say 300. No, that's 300 is, that's 5 minutes. Let's say 240. That would be 4 minutes. I'm just gonna do 10 seconds for now, just to try it out. And we say press. Nope, not working. All right, so something is not working. Let me see. Let's go to debug. When I go to the Stream Deck, the icon or the timer doesn't show and it doesn't start. It has an error. Can we also have it provide the overlay URL on the Stream Deck with a button to copy the URL for the overlay? So let's go ahead and do this. Try to fix that. So as you can see, the buttons are not correct. I'll put this back to 1200, although it doesn't really matter. Or I can just put this to 20. Put that 20 minutes right there, just like that. Okay, let's see. I understand the plugin is crashing and you'd like to add a feature to easily copy the URL. The crash is likely due to Express dependency being too heavy for the Stream Deck plugin environment. I'll address this by replacing Express with Node's built-in HTTP server, which is more lightweight. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now it's gonna try to do it with HTTP. Okay, so what did it do? let's see, update overlay to use native HTTP module, copy URL and expector. All right, let's build it. Let's build that. All right, I've addressed the reported issue by replacing the express dependency with a more lightweight HTTP. All right, so let's go over to Stream Deck. Let's close it and then we'll go to break. So let's close, open it again. There we go. Let's see, take a look over here. We have, oh, nice, nice. Nice, copy that. Very nice. Let's see if we were to add, go to OBS. Let me see if I can do this like this. Say we add a source to browser source. And let's say timer. And I do like that. And say 300 by 300 for now. And we do okay. So if let's say we go to, where do we have? So we do over here, and we do.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
So the countdown is working, but I don't see the. Hold on a second. I don't see the timer showing. Okay, no worries. We will try that when we come back, because the timer should be showing up in this bottom left corner, but I don't see it right now. So we'll keep messing with that. I'm going to drop it over here and we'll figure it out afterwards. But let's go to break though. Let us go to break. All right. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay. Let me see what is going on. See if there's anything to address. And if not, then we're going to get to our first break time topic of today. We are good. We're good to go. We are good to go. So let's do first break. Our first break time topic is a Florida police department to test out self-driving squad cars. What in the world is going on? Let's jump into it. Let's see what is going on with this crazy tech. The police. So Florida is really pushing technology. We saw the robot, the delivery robots that Uber Eats is using, and so a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of stuff is going on in Florida. All right, so let's give it a watch.
Police will be out in force tonight as people celebrate the new year, but one day there might not be an officer behind the wheel of a cruiser. One department in Florida is already testing out the new self-driving technology, part of a first-in-the-nation pilot program. Chris Van Cleef has more.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
This could be the police car of the future showing up behind you one day. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is testing the nation's first self-driving patrol car.
You'd need 20 deputies to do everything this vehicle is doing.
Sheriff Rosie Cordero Stutz says that's because
Are police officers on the chopping block? One car can do what 20 deputies can do? Wowzers. Let's see. I mean, you guys want to defund the police, right? And I'd say, you know what? We're gonna put technology in here.
because in a year it can log about the same number of uninterrupted patrol hours as all those deputies combined.
Does this replace a deputy on the street?
This does not replace a deputy. This augments our ability to serve our community.
So it's not quite RoboCop.
No, absolutely not. This is really.
But that is a great point that they make, though. You have more patrol cars on the street with cameras and stuff like that, and it's seeing stuff. And if there's something that's weird happening, it's going to call backup. So I would imagine there's going to be a command center where they have screens from all of the self-driving squad cars, right? And they're monitoring to see, okay, what's happening? Oh, we need to deploy human officers, or maybe RoboCops, maybe humanoid robot cops to a location. So I see that.
What I believe, the integration of technology into law enforcement, what we will see as the future of law enforcement across this country.
It made a dramatic entrance at its unveiling this fall. They call it PUG, short for Police Unmanned Ground. It comes equipped with all the technology needed to operate as a self-driving car, as well as thermal imaging.
Was that a Ford? Oh, I see you, Ford. I see the play. Okay.
360-degree cameras and its own drone that can act as an eye in the sky, all sent back live to a police command center. Soon,
it has its own drone as well? That craziness.
soon it'll be equipped with license plate readers and a way for the public to contact live deputies. PUG was built and donated by the nonprofit Policing Lab.
This is a self-driving police car.
It is. Right now, the vehicle's operating itself.
It took us and Policing Lab managing partner Sean Malinowski for a drive.
The promise of this technology is that you can use an autonomous vehicle now to give you presence in the community. So we know police presence deters crime.
So is this like, hey Siri, go police?
No, I think we're going to want to have a little more control on it than that.
For now, the cruiser, that while free to the sheriff's office would cost upwards of $200,000, will have a deputy on board acting as a safety driver. It's intended to operate on a pre-programmed patrol route and will eventually operate unmanned.
First thing that went through my mind is, how does a self-driving police car pull me over? Like if I'm speeding, what happens?
Well, it's not going to pull you over. We still need actual live deputies for that to happen. But what it will do is document the entire process. People recognize that this is a patrol vehicle. When you see a patrol vehicle in your rearview mirror, you slow down.
And make the sheriff's presence known around town with or without a deputy behind the wheel. For CBS Mornings, I'm Chris Van Cleve in Miami.
All right, thoughts?
I mean, so I like this in some respects because I know I always like pump the brakes when I see a police car,
Sure.
so that could be good. But my dad was a police officer, and I'm thinking exactly what he's probably thinking watching this: the liability if something goes wrong.
Right, because they're not
with
supposed to. Waymos are not supposed to break the law, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
if they've
But also
got to go,
the jobs that this could be replacing possibly, like, you know, police departments could be hiring more officers.
they should.
Yeah.
I mean, pump those resources into hiring more cops.
Yeah.
And the technology.
So that last take, it's, oh my God, like that is that lack of innovation take. Oh, it could be hiring more officers. Number one, there is a funding issue, right? And I think that, yes, hire more officers, but embrace technology, right? If you can get the price of these vehicles down, there's no overtime. There's no overtime. You don't need a physical body in the vehicle, so it can just be cruising around town on whatever route. And let's say you have 5-10 of those, and now you leave the police, the actual human beings, to do the valuable work instead of just driving around looking for who knows what. Have them respond to actual situations. Let the robots drive around, do the menial work, and have the humans do the valuable work. Like, you have more eyes. Like, so you could be hiring more. Yeah. Okay. So let's say let's look at this, right? This car currently costs about $200,000, but it can do the job of about 20 deputies, the menial jobs of 20 deputies, while the real 20 deputies can do real work. And so let's say you were to hire 20 deputies, right, to do what the menial work that this self-driving car is going to do. How much is that cost? So let's do a little bit of research. Let's do a little bit of research, right? So these people do not understand business, technology, anything. These journalists, these news reporters. So let's say average salary of Miami-Dade sheriff, new hire, or let's say starting. Let's see, new hire. Let's go with that. So the new hire for Miami-Dade Sheriff Office as a deputy trainee starts at approximately $50,000 a year, right? Let's say that let's not say new hire, right? Let's say just average in general. Miami-Dade with starting around 49K, increasing with experience. High ranking roles like commander can earn 130K to 200,000K, right? So let's say deputy sheriff, commander is 131. So let's say 60K, right? Let's say an average of 60. Let's say 60K, not including overtime, right? I'm guessing. So 20 of those, right, at 60K is $1.2 million per year, right? Am I right? 60K, 20, 12. Yeah, 1.2 million per year. Make sure I'm getting that right. Because let's say we do 60, 123 times 20. It is, yeah, 1.2 million. 1.2 million per year. To hire 20, so this one car doing the work of 20 deputies is $200,000 one-time fee, maintenance and stuff like that, whatever, one-time fee, right? Not $200,000 per year. So one-time fee versus 1.2 million per year to just drive around, have a drone where it can surveil stuff like that, while we leave the humans, the human cops, to do real police work, not just drive around looking for nothing, right? I like it. I like this idea. These people who make these comments, this is going to save taxpayers money. Miami-Dade taxpayers money, and whatever other city it goes to, 1.2 million per year versus $200,000 one-time fee. It seems kind of obvious to me. So I don't know. I don't know what she was talking about. Bruh. All right, but that is it. That is it. Let's go back to here. And let me see if we have anything or get going. Let's see. All right, let's get going with our next working segment. Let's do it with this one.
Let's go! Let's go!
Okay, so we have, let's go back over here. And I'm not, you know what? Let's do this. Before we even try to see if it's going to render, let's go over to here and paste. Look at that. There is, so it refused to connect. So it's not even loading. So I'm going to say, let's go over here. And because I could just like try to see if it's on my end or if it's on something else. But what I did was I took the URL overlay and I went directly to my browser and nothing is loading. So something isn't working, right? So I'm going to say when I try to load I'll put it like this. The Stream Deck is working now with the countdown and the sound, but when I try to access the overlay URL or the overlay, in Stream Deck or in OBS, or directly through the browser at this URL. Nothing shows up in OBS, and I'm getting a error connection refused when I try to access the
What's
URL.
this? Oh, it's only money.
Try to access the URL in the browser. All right, I'm going to send that off, and then I'm going to check who is that amazing person that just hit me up with a super chat. Let's go here, and I'm going to say, all right, so let's send that off, and let me give it so. And who was that showing me some love in the building? Oh my God, it is Snow Bunny Bag Chaser in the building. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Snow Bunny Bag Chaser. I truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And Happy New Year to you as well. Great things to come in 2026 for you. Looking forward to the content you're going to be putting on your channel. And hit me up. I've been making some updates to the app as well. So hit me up and let me know if you need. Let me know if you need me to build anything. Let me know, and we can accommodate that. All right. So let's see what happened over here. It says I've corrected the server initialization logic plugin. Now the server started after the Stream Deck connection is established. The error connection refused. Error should be resolved. I'll now rebuild a plugin to fix this. Please reinstall the plugin and test the overlay again. I'm confident that this will work as expected. Please reinstall the plugin and test the overlay again. All right. Okay. Let's go to kind of repeating yourself over there, aren't you? Let's run that. Okay. So now let's pull up Stream Deck and let's go to, why did this reset? Let's say we were at, let's say we're at, I don't know, let's say 0. And let's do 17 minutes, I guess. And I am going to start that again.
Let's go! Let's go!
Actually, let me stop the Stream Deck and restart it. Actually, do it at 17 again. Stream Deck. Sometimes it works better with a restart. So, all right, let me go over to. Still not getting anything there.
Let's go! Let's go!
And let's go to, let me refresh. Because I'm looking over here, right? To see if it's going to get started. I'm not seeing anything. It's still not getting started. Because here it should show me that the clock is working. We're not seeing that. So I don't think it's going to work. Let's go back to, let me try one more thing actually. If I look at looking at what we have running over here, I don't know what name it would be. Let's see if I have anything running on the port. Network, maybe? Let me see. Can I find a port number? Let's see if we have anything running on port. So we don't have anything running on port 3999. All right, so there we go. That's a good way to track it. So, all right, I'm still getting the error connection refused. And when I look at the activity monitor, I'm not seeing the port for 3999. Can I use that port? Let me see. Can I use port 39999? You can generally use for your application that is dynamic assigned private ephemeral. Okay, yeah, I could use it. So let's go ahead to kick that off. And am I running? Hold on, did I not kick it off? I'm gonna drop this down to 13 minutes.
Let's go! Let's go!
And okay, now that, oh, wait a second. It keeps resetting. So, oh, I just know. All right, so
let's go!
If I start it, right? If I start it and then I go over, so on the other screen, I am going to refresh, right? Stop, refresh. So when I refresh it, it starts over. Okay, so all right. Let me see. So I've updated the path resolution to be more robust, which should fix the startup issues. I've added error logging. So let's run it over again. So what's happening is, which somehow the overlay is resetting the timer when you access it. So something is not right with that. But we will do the install, and we're going to go, what? We're going to do the install, and we're going to go over to exit Stream Deck plugin. And, oh, look at that. You can't see it yet, but I can see it. So watch this, right? So if we go, I'm gonna drop this down to like 10 at this point. Let's do 10, right? And we do.
Let's go! Let's go!
And I can see it here. So I can see it here, right? I see it running. So now, if I go into, the timer, and I say, move it over here for now. Why isn't it showing up over here? So, oh, there you go. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Looky that. And we can say, let's do that. Yeah, see the timer. Let's go there. Let's go there. And we could. Look at that. Look at ballin'. Look at that. Look at that. Ask and it shall be delivered. All right. So we have that. Now the question is, if I refresh the page, is it going to restart the timer? Because when I was refreshing the page, it would reset the timer. So if I go over here, well, before I even do that, let's go back over here. I'm going to move this into the overlay so it can show up on every. Boom! Look at this. Look at this. And I go to, so now I'm going to refresh the page and see if it's going to restart the timer, because we don't want it to restart the timer, right? Let's go to still good. We are still good. Ballin'. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Now, guess what we do? Guess what we do? We are going to try to implement your car's flip down timer. Yes, that's what I want to do. All right, let's go over to here. And I'm going to say, I want to also have the ability to override the appearance, override the style, let's say the style of the countdown in the overlay. I really want to implement a flip down countdown option and have the ability that although the Stream Deck might have the ring countdown, but the overlay can have the, what are my options called again?
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
What? My guy, your car in the bill. Your car. I gotta stop. My guy, your car just hit me with another $100. Oh my God. Your car. Thank you so much. And you came at the perfect time, because I am implementing your flip down clock at this moment. Your car says, salute tech coach. Many blessings to you, and many blessings to you as well. Shout out to my guy, your car, and watch what's going on here, your car. Watch what's going on, because this part is specifically for you, right? But the overlay can have the, let's go over. Oh, you guys saw the time, the colors changed. The colors just changed. Let's go to here, Stream Deck, and I'm gonna go to here, and they have progress ring, panic mode, theme overlay. Can have the progress ring, panic mode, or theme overlay, as well as the flip down clock. All right, so we are going to send that one off. Let's see what we can do. So I reviewed the files. I'll start by updating the types to include the flip down visual style. I'll also add a new overlay visual style property and counter settings to store the overlay specific style. After that, I'll modify inspector to include a new drop-down menu for overlays visual style. This will allow you to select the flip down option and override the Stream Deck's visual style. After that, I'll modify inspector to include a new drop-down for the overlay menu, overlay visual style. This will allow you to select flip down option and override the Stream Deck's visual style. Okay, let's see what we got. I've modified inspector. I've added a new drop-down menu, inspector.html. Now I'll implement the flip down clock animation. This will involve significant changes to the overlay.html, including adding new HTML elements, CSS for the animation, and JavaScript to control it. I will now update I'll update that. After this, I'll rebuild the plugin and you can test it. I've updated the overlay to include the flip down animation. Let's build it. Let's build it to see what's going to happen. All right. Let's see. Did you build it? Oh yeah, we built it. All right. So the plugin has been rebuilt with a new flip down style. I've implemented all the requested changes. The new flip down clock animation has been added as a style option. The overlay will use the override style to select independent of the Stream Deck's button appearance. Please reinstall the plugin. All right, let's go over to Stream Deck. And I might need to reinstall. Oh no, it's still there. Look at that, it's still there. So, progress ring, and over here, flip down clock in the building. All right, so let's see if that's going to work. It probably uses the same. Should we have? I'm trying to think here, because if it's using the same if it's using the same overlay path, so if we say this one, the visual overlay visuals would be flip down clock, and I click.
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
What? Oh my God, not again. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just overwhelming today. It's just overwhelming. My guy Rod Brown says, you are still a thorn in my side. Though that is my goal. That is my goal for 2026 and beyond. As always, thank you for the $25 super chat, my guy Rod Brown. And I'm looking forward to you going live next Wednesday. All right. No, you're back to work next Wednesday. No excuses, Rod Brown. All right. But let me try this one real quick. Let me try this one really quick. Let's say we go to. What's gonna happen?
Dare we speak Merry Christmas?
What in the world is going on here? So this one is using the ring, and it's going crazy. All right, let's see if we can stop this. That was going crazy. All right, so having two at one time is probably not the best thing to do. We probably need to have separate. Lunch break. We probably need to have separate outputs for it, I suppose. But we are close to the flip down clock. Maybe we need to. You know what? Give me a second to restart. Now that the Stream Deck went off, let me go ahead and restart the Stream Deck real quick. Then we can get this straight to break. Stream Deck. Let's see if we go to. I'll do it for 10 seconds. And we go. And the easiest way to see it is to go take a look at it over here. And we do here.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
The flip down clock is not showing up on our overlay. All right, so what I'll do, I am going to let it know that the flip down clock is not displaying when I press the button. The first thing I see is, let me press it again so I can make sure.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
It's none. And then the style that the button is using. All right. What do we want? I think that's it. The side of the button is using. Why am I using Gemini 2.5? Be using 3. Should be using 3 Pro. The first thing we want, the flip down clock does not show. Also, when two timers are running at the same time, they are showing up back and forth in the same overlay. Would it make sense to have them have their own overlay / port address, so more than one timer can be used at a time? So I'm gonna do this in debug mode. I'm gonna send it off, and then we're gonna go to break. And when we get back, we will see. And we have one more segment of work to go, so we should be getting this flip down clock to work, because we have to get our flip down clock working. My guy, your car has been waiting for over a year for this flip down clock, and I'm at the brink of having it. I am at the brink of having the flip down clock. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Let's send that off. Let's go to break. And I'm going to hide the timer for now. We're going to find a way to have the timer hide automatically. And let me check. I'm going to go through the chat one more time to address the amazing friends of mine who have hit me with some beautiful super chats. So we have the Snow Bunny Bag Chaser says Happy New Year's. Just showing love. Thank you so much, Snow Bunny. Happy New Year to you as well. And great things to come in 2026 for you. Got my guy, your car running it up. To salute Tech with Ralph. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to you, your car. And if you have any ideas for 2026, what we could do for the Tech Barbarians, for the Bag Chasers, hit me up. A lot of AI stuff coming, so let's run it up. As always, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Oh my God. And of course, salute to the Chasers. Salute as always to the Chasers. And we got my guy, Rod Brown, who took 2 weeks vacation, but he is premiering an amazing video tomorrow. So you guys tune in at 1 o'clock Eastern time on Rod Brown's channel. He's going to have an amazing premiere, amazing interview. Says, blessings, bro. You are still a thorn in my side. All I can do. That is all I can do. But thank you so much, Rod Brown, brother, beloved Rod Brown, for the $25 super chat. And Rod Brown says, yep, back to work after you approve my 2-week vacation. I tell you. And your car says, yes, we are going to run it up as always in 2026. And it says, I swear TCR said all Tech Barbarians get 2 weeks off, so it's his fault. Bruh. I said something like that, but not exactly. But fair enough. You know what happened in 2025, Rod Brown, is in 2025. We are looking forward to 2026. Okay, 0 days off. All right, 0 days off. All right. Let's get into this topic real quick. We have laid off work besties. Hold up. Let me I hate these typos. Give me a second to fix this typo. Where's my overlay? And we're gonna say work besties team up to start their own company. Yes, work besties team up to start their own company. All right, so let's jump into this article. This one's brought to us by Business Insider. It says, these work besties ditched their corporate job and poured their savings into an athleisure brand. Okay. These must be the work besties, I suppose. This article, all right, so it says, Tiffany. All right, so I mentioned this before. I don't know how to say names that have no vowels in them, right? Tiffany Cheng and Olivia Young. See, I can say Young. I can say. Hopefully, I'm saying it right. But there's no vowel in here. I don't know what to do with that. Right? We're work besties at Guava Pass, a company bought by ClassPass. Never heard of neither of those. Both were laid off during the pandemic. They ditched corporate life and launched an athleisure brand. Building a brand in a hot, modest, and already saturated market like Singapore was no easy task. So they're from Singapore. We reviewed the other day about Singapore launching remote drones to monitor the ports around the city. So Singapore is doing it, right? So Tiffany and Olivia said they went from being work besties to regular besties and then work besties again. The duo, both 31, met in 2018 and became inseparable while working at Guava Pass, a fitness app. Young was laid off when Guava Pass was acquired by ClassPass in 2019. Let me see, Guava Pass. Let's see, I guess ClassPass now. ClassPass is a fitness company, which currently has an application. Hold up, I gotta see this. So this is ClassPass, but on Google, it has a application error client side. That's not good. Says ClassPass is a subscription service for fitness and wellness classes. Was founded in 2010 as a Classivity, rebranding in 2014. Users book classes at various studios globally via monthly membership, offering credits. The company, which reached 1 billion valuation in 2020, expanded into Asia and acquired businesses. Interesting. I have never heard of Class, but I think maybe I have heard of it before. Guava Pass, startup Guava Pass takes on fitness app ClassPass in Asia. And that was 2018 and they got acquired by them. Okay, I see you. So let's keep reading about these work besties because it's not about Guava Pass, right? 2 years later, during the pandemic, Cheng was laid off from her marketing job. The duo reunited to launch an athleisure brand, then called Butter, despite having no experience in fashion or entrepreneurship. Look, the best way to get experience when you have no experience is to start. That's what I always tell you guys, start. My guy, Rod Brown, he would still, to this day, he would still be doing faceless video content if we didn't have that meeting. I said, Rod Brown, just do it. And I said, you know what? If you want, do a private stream, do an unlisted stream, send it to your friends and have us watch, but you need to start. And now he is a professional in the space. So that's why I tell you guys just to start, just to get going. Guess what? And when you start, whatever it is you start, you will not have an audience at the beginning. That's the best time to gain your skills. Because when I started, when we watched one of my first videos, I was so robotic. And now I don't have an agenda. I don't have notes. I have it because I'm so used to it. I know how to run the show. I don't have to read from a script. I'm like, all right, we're going to be doing this, that, the other, and we're going to be moving here. We're going to be moving there. So much more confident speaking to anybody. Not nervous, nothing. Let's just go out there and do it. All right. But you have to start. At that point, we had nothing to lose. That's how you have to see it. You should always have to see it like, I have nothing to lose. If I'm starting on something new, what do I have to lose? Let's go out there and do it. And sometimes you're like, oh, you know what? I tried this didn't work out, but I learned this and I can apply it to something else. That's why I'm always working. All right. They started with online sales, and in October this year, they opened their first retail store in Singapore's upscale Ion Orchid Mall in the heart of the city's luxury shopping. That is super awesome. I love hearing stories like this. Building a brand during the pandemic in an already saturated market and for a conservative audience was not easy. Pouring savings and severance pay into the business. Okay, is that the name of it? Exercise and sports have always been a big part of founders' lives. Young was an F45 trainer, has practiced yoga, Pilates, and Muay Thai, and is now training for her first High Rocks. Cheng was part of a national team representing Singapore at the 2011 Touch Rugby World Cup. Oh, there's Touch Rugby. I never heard of Touch Rugby. It must be similar to touch flag or to touch football. Touch Rugby. Never heard of that. Touch Rugby is a non-contact version replacing tackles with a simple one-handed touch. I've seen some. You guys let me know. Have you seen some touch football games like at a family event where people get knocked out? They get laid out? I've seen it, right? So touch football can be pretty violent. But that is awesome. World Cup, and I also didn't know there was a touch rugby World Cup, and also has been dabbed in cheerleading, Pilates, yoga, and high intensity interval training. When Chung was laid off from ClassPass in 2020, they decided to go all in on an athleisure clothing line, which started off with the name Butter. They invested 20,000 Singapore dollars in 2020 into the brand. Okay, what is 20,000 Singapore dollars to USD? That would be about 15,000. Singapore has a pretty decent exchange rate for the US dollar. So it's about 20,000 Singapore dollars is about 15,000 US dollars. Okay, got that. Half came from Yong's savings and the other half came from Cheng's severance pay. They started product design in March 2020 and found suppliers in China. They launched in October that year with just 2 products in 2 colors, a long line sports bra and a pair of leggings. The COVID lockdowns that pushed everyone online helped them gain visibility. About 500 people joined an online workout they hosted in March 2021. Look at that. So I will say this, right? While many people across the world, they were like, oh my God, woe is me, locked in the house and all this type of stuff, right? These 2 young ladies, we're going to use this to our advantage. Everyone's online. Let's start up our online athleisure brand, and we're going to do an online workout to have people join. And they had 500 people join, and they could market because they're wearing their own sports clothing. They can market. They might have even hosted this for free. And all these people, because they couldn't go outside to the gym and stuff like that, they joined their online workout that they hosted. Amazing. In 2022, they sold the brand to Love Bonito, a Singaporean women's wear brand. Afterward, they changed the name to Chic. So they sold the brand to Love Bonito, a Singaporean women's wear brand. Afterwards, Did Love Bonito change the name? Making the athleisure for Asian modesty. Interesting. Launching an athleisure brand in Singapore came with a unique set of challenges. Women in Singapore and Southeast Asia place a high value on modesty and requiring padding in the bust, the duo said. A lot of overseas brands don't have padding. In Singapore, you need padding. It's non-negotiable. One of the most commonly asked questions we get is, does it have padding? Who would have thought? Who would have knew? It says, but padding changes the construction completely for the product. It requires so many more stitches and it makes it difficult to have a very clean bind. Another issue was sheerness of the fabric. Overseas brands don't double line their lighter clothes because I think the women are a bit more comfortable with a slight sheerness. But in Singapore, that is not, I repeat, that is not acceptable.
Do not come.
But when you double line a garment, it becomes very thick. So we spent about a year changing the fabric and reducing its thickness so that we could double line it and would still be comfortable. Interesting. Designing clothes for a customer base that likes to play it safe requires a good deal of restraint. The founders said maybe that pastor's wife could have benefited from their clothing line, right? They said there was plenty they wanted to experiment with, but they had to tone it down. A lot of brands that are quite popular internationally are quite sexy and crazy nowadays, Young said. We take that idea and tweak it to what will work for our audience. Genius. Standing out from the Lululemons and Alo Yogas of the world, Singapore is also becoming a competitive space for athleisure brands. Alo Yoga, the athleisure brand worn by Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber, opened its first store in the city's Marina Bay Sands Mall in September. In Ion Orchid, the mall where Chic is located, shoppers can also find Lululemon, Cotton On Body, and Adidas. To stand out, Chic focuses on making clothes for Asian women, and that doesn't just mean making them more petite. The bust shape is different. Our waists are smaller. Our hips are slightly wider. And the femur is also a little bit shorter, Young said. Sizing is different for Asian women too, she added. We don't necessarily grow taller as we get bigger. We grow width-wise. So do you guys hear what they are actually trying to convey? Sounds. I see you over out there in Singapore. We also said that international brand does not suitably cater to the hot and humid climate of Southeast Asia is known for. Fresh international brand. I mean, I guess that would be good for South Florida as well. Fresh international. So if there are conservative women in South Florida who are looking for athleisure brands, maybe Chic might be an option for you, right? Fresh international brands, let's say Aloe, for example, they come in bringing winter season clothes. She said, there's no winter. We only have one season, so the fabric needs to be cooling. Chic's prices are slightly lower than those of its foreign competitors. One of Chic's best-selling sports bras costs 55 Singapore dollars, which is about $42 US, while a similar looking piece from Lululemon costs $58 in Singapore dollars. How about this? Maintaining a friendship while running a business together. I guess it's them right there. Says the business has yet to come between the founders. Outside of work, we don't talk about work, Chung said. We see each other on weekends and our partners hang out together, but we never talk about work. On the flip side, at work, they don't talk about other things, helping to distinguish their work personality and friend personality. Young handles the back-end work while Chung handles the creative and customer-facing parts of the work. But work and life inevitably collide when they go on holiday together and fire up their laptops to solve a crisis. Our partners see that's as their cues to go do their own thing, Young joked. Happier with life away from corporate. Running their business comes with many perks. Chung, who just had a baby, said she loves having a flexible schedule and working in a hybrid setting, but that doesn't mean it's less stressful than a corporate job. I think a lot of people glamorize what being a founder or starting your business is. That is 100% fact. So many people say, oh, I want to start my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be my own boss. That's what they say. That is what they say. Until they actually start to do it. And they're like, wow, this is a lot of responsibility. I'm always working. I'm always on call. You never know. So it's great, but you need to know what you're getting yourself into. You need to know what you're getting yourself into. A lot of people, they just quit their consistent job. Like, I'm just going to do this. And they're like, wow, that's a lot of work. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. All right. Because you have to be able to give up everything, your time, your money, your brain power, your emotion into the business, because if you don't, no one else is going to. I'm going to read that one more time. You have to be able to give up everything, your time, your money, your brain power, your emotions into the business, because if you do not, no one else is going to. That is 100,000% fact. She added, it takes a different kind of resilience to handle it, but at the same time, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I'm going to clap it up for them. That is an amazing story. Very, very, very realistic. I love the information that they're sharing, all right? It is great. It is absolutely stunning, all right? But we are now going, let me see, make sure there's nothing in here, and then we're going to jump into our last segment. All right, cool. We're going to do one more segment. We're not going to do another, our third break time convo, because what was that going to be about? It was going to be, it was going to be a good one. We'll push that over to Sunday. All right, but we're going to do one last 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
Let's see if I put my timer on. And I don't see the ring around it. Let's see, we go here. It's not showing up. All right, anyways, whatever. Let's go over to here. And let's see what's happening. So I've implemented the changes. Unique. So to have a unique overlay URL per timer action and fixed the flip clock rendering logic. Updated the URL overlay to I like that. added logic ID to parse ID queries, refactored update flip clock to handle that. So let's build it. All right, so now we can handle multiple timers. And
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
shout out to Quick Fix in the building. Quick Fix hits me up with keep doing your thing, bro. Thank you so much. And you guys know how I am. We are gonna work. We're gonna run it up.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to Quick Fix holding me down. All right. Let's see. All right, let's give this a try. So I'm gonna go to Streamdeck, and we are gonna go over to. Oh, you know what? Let me see. Let's go to, before we do that, let's go to here, and we're 8. All right, so we'll do it at 17. I'm gonna close this down. Open it back up. And I will put this to, let's say 17. And we are going to, wait, I thought I was supposed to get a, hold on. The overlay URL generated in the inspector will include a unique, I don't see that. Let me see if I copy this and I pay. It's not there. I don't see it in there. I don't see it in there. Let's say I don't see the unique overlay URL. I mean, in the meantime, though, I'm going to try to do that. Give it a start.
It's time to do.
I don't see the flip clock either. See a regular countdown. All right, so I'm gonna say I don't see the unique overlay URL in the OBS overlay section of the plugin. I just leave it at that. The bug. Let's see. The user is reporting they don't see the unique overlay URL. This means the Java logic I added to inspector isn't working as expected, or at least not when the user expected to. I suspect the event detail UUID might not be available or populate exactly when I'm checking for it connected to the event listener, or perhaps the structure of the event detail is different than I assumed. Let's see. The code looks mostly correct. Mostly correct. Okay. The issue might be that event detail is not correct. Okay. Wait. Event detail is in the connected event is the UUID of the property inspector itself, not the action instance context ID. All right. Let's try that. Okay, I fixed the issue where the unique overlay URL was not generated correctly in the inspector. All right, let's go over to Streamdeck. And if I go here, I go back over here. All right, so let's say 14 minutes. Close Streamdeck. Let's see if we have, I still don't see it. Please check. So I'm gonna start again at 14 minutes just to be on the safe side.
It's time to do.
but I'm not seeing the. Let me click over here for a second. I'm not seeing it there, right? So let's say the unique overlay URL is still not displaying in the inspector URL. Yeah, let's just go with that. Trying to see why. Let's see. I need to debug why the connected listener is not firing or not finding the input element. The connected event fires before the DOM is fully ready, though inspector script is at the bottom. Action info is different than I think. I'll start by adding some specific debugging logging. Also trying a fallback, accessing the global. Okay, however, I can't see the console logs of the user Stream Deck. I'll rely on the code correctness. Okay. Wait, I might have issues in syntax error. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Critical realization. I'm using but I'm not using the standard Elgato common that dispatches connected. Okay, maybe you figured something out. Let's run that build. Okay, I fixed the issue with the unique overlay URL not appearing in the inspector. Okay, this ensures that the actions context is correctly retrieved. Okay, let's see. Let's close that down. We are at 11. Okay, so let's quit. Stream Deck. And there we go. There we go. So let's move this back to 11. Weird. 11. Something is weird here. Let me see something.
It's time to
It didn't take my 11 duration. But let me check. Let me try the overlay at least. It didn't take my 11 duration that I set though. So let's copy that URL and I'm gonna go to paste in there. Okay. Ooh. Your car, do you see that? Do you see that, your car? The rendering, is that? It looks a little weird on the flip, but it's working though. It is working. I'm gonna say that. Let's do a couple of things, right? So I'm gonna go to. So we should have had 11. So all right. So we're gonna do this because over here we're gonna say when the custom URL is working and the unique overlay URL is working now. And unique overlay URL is working. And the flip down clock is working. But when setting the duration, it's being ignored when I leave the button and go back to it in the Stream Deck app. It is blank when I update the value of the field. It doesn't start the timer at the value I have set. All right, so let's go and fix that one. But our flip down clock is working. A little thing to fix on there with the, like on the flip down, like if you notice on the flip down, so let's take a look at this, all right? On the flip down over here, it's taking the top part and it's flipping, like it's still showing like what it flipped down, which is not how a flip down clock would actually work. How would a flip down clock work? Let's see, flip down clock. Let's see if we can find one. Is there an animation of it? Let's see, videos. Let's take a look at this flip down clock real quick. No sound. Why is it going so fast? Do I have my speed up on? No, I mean, let's slow it down. So it's flipping down. Okay, so I got it. So when it flips down, it should everything flip down with it? Hold on, should everything flip down with it? Let me see. Flip down clock. Does everything flip down with the flip down clock? No, that doesn't make that it wouldn't be everything. That wouldn't make any sense for everything to flip down. So this whole thing should flip down. This whole thing should flip down. Okay, I have an idea of how the, all right, so I got it. So we need to, well, I think it's fine actually, but we just need the numbers to flip down properly. All right, cool, got it. Got it, but it's working, it is working though. I'm so excited. All right, so let's see what we have over here. Let me see. What did they do? Let's see what's causing it. But it might have broken the automatic binding. All right, so it should have fixed it. Let's see, run the build. Where settings were not saving and populated correctly. By manually populating the input fields when settings are received, I ensure that the values are correctly displayed and persisted even if the automatic binding fails. This should fix the blank duration fields. Ensure the timer starts with the correct duration. All right, cool. So let's go back to our plugin and let's say go over here, here. All right, so I'm going to stop it. Let's say 8 minus 3 would be 5 minutes left. Quit Streamdeck. Streamdeck. And we go over here, here. I see something's not right. Let's say 5:30. And we say
it's time to
nope, still not doing it. Still not doing it. So I go back out of here and I go back over here. So the time, the duration set still isn't being saved. Duration set still isn't being saved. And is not applying to the countdown or the timer shown on Streamdeck or overlay, right? So if it's not one thing, it's another, right? If it's not one thing, then it is another. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's see here. If manual population works, feel sure, but if blank, leave, when I leave and come back, then settings is failing. Wait, I overwrote the, did I break the mechanism? Oh my God. All right, however, yeah. Let's see. Let's go here. All right, I fixed the issue. I implemented a robust manual saving mechanism in the property inspector that explicitly collects values from all input fields. All right, cool. Let's go to Stream Deck again. So let's exit out of Stream Deck. Let's pull it back up. Okay. Still not there. Let's say we do, oh, okay, there we go. There we go. And now what if I go away from it? And okay, there we go. There we go. Ooh, but but it's not saving it though. So if we say 6, that updates, but see, that's not gonna be good because I can't be every time I go to the button, I have to update it over and over again. What if I press it? And I have no sound as well. Oh, did my sound? Oh my God, all my sounds got lost too. See, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Let's say that the values update, but my sound and the time set is not being stored. That means every time I go to the button, I would have to set it up again. That we need a fix for that to make it save the settings as they were from before. Let's get that fixed. And then, what happened to my flip clock? Oh, I'll probably set a new one. Hold on, let me get my flip clock back. Let me get my flip clock. Oh no, did it not set my flip clock as well? I tell you. Boy, I tell you. It lost my flip clock as well. Look at that. To saving logic and the inspector instead of wrapping the existing. All right. I lost my flip clock as well. But all the work that we've been doing, $3.15. $3.15 for all of this development work we've been doing. Was not saving by quickly wrapping the Stream Deck. Instead of overwriting it, this stores the automatic data binding. Okay, let's try that again. Let's exit. Stream Deck. Okay, let's say 1200. Or not 1200 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay. Okay. And we say overlay style flip down clock. Copy that. See, I'm not seeing the flip down clock though. Start sound. And we want to say, well, before I even do all of that, let's just say if I go over here and I go back, saved, say, all right, cool. So that's saved. And let's say it's time to duel. And then end sound, lunch break. All right. And if we press the button,
it's time to
And we have our flip. We have our clock working. Oh, look at that! So beautiful. So beautiful. What's that? 2:23. You know what? I'm gonna 2:30. We're gonna wrap it up for sure, right? But I want to see if I can get the. I want to see if I can get the flip down clock to look correctly. Not exactly sure how we're gonna do that, but so let me go back over here. I might have to set this one over again. Yeah, I'll set this one over later. Oh no, everything is still there. Perfect. Cool. So we're good here. We are good here. And we can have different clocks for different action items, I guess I would say. So let's go here and flip down clock. So I'm gonna say, so that's working. So now they just have to fix the style of the flip down clock. The flip down clock is working properly, except for when it is flipping down. It is showing the I don't know how to say it. The top of the previous time on the flip rather than the bottom of the new time during the flip. After the flip is completed, it shows the proper time, but during the flip, it looks a little weird since it is showing what would be the back of the flip. Let's see if that makes sense, right? But everything else is working though. Everything else is working. I am super excited about this. Let's see. I understand the visual glitch. The flipper element, which simulates the falling card, currently shows the current digit that's being flipped away on its front face. When it rotates 180 degrees, flipping down, its back face becomes visible. If the back face is installed or content populated correctly, it will look wrong or show the reverse face depending on the back face visibility. To fix this animation, I need to ensure the flipper element has a front face showing current digit, the flipper element has a back face showing new digit. The animation rotates the flipper to reveal currently my HTML. When the flipper rotates 180, it reveals the underlying top, which is new, and covers the bottom, which is new. Wait, the standard flip clock mechanism, static state, top half shows current, bottom half shows current. Animation state, underneath everything, the top half shows new, the bottom half shows new. On top, Z index, the top half shows current. This is the flipper. Animation, flipper rotates down. As it rotates past 90 degrees, it should reveal the back side, which should correspond to the bottom half of the new digit, simultaneously revealing the top half of the new digit underneath. There we go. I need to move two parts. The double-sided flipper, a common simplified CSS approach, top static. Actually, the simpler single flipper approach I used. I need to enable preserve 3D on the flipper. All right, I'm not gonna read every line of this, right? So we're gonna say, I've implemented the correct CSS 3D transformation. All right, let's run that. I'm gonna see if I can get away with just a simple refresh of the page. Let me see if I refresh. I think it's good. Let me see. Let me refresh it on this end, right? Refresh. I think it's good. Oh, wait, the bottom half of the flipper already starts showing the new time. Okay, so a slight modification to make, This is working better. However, on the flip, the bottom half already shows the new number before the flip is completed, making it look slightly off. Can we fix that as well? And I think it's going to be perfect after that. Just about there. Just about there. Let's see. They said... Let's see. All I know, we did it. We did it. We spoke about this a while ago, and now here we are. I didn't have to restart the app either for it. All right. And that should be it after that. Run it. Build it. Refresh. Still a little off. Still a little off. I'm looking at it over here. Little off still. But we'll fix that next week. We basically got it though. We basically got it. So I'm excited. Great stuff. Great stuff. I am super excited about this. I forgot to change the thing back, but whatever. I'll fix that on the other end. All right. I'm gonna check the chat, and then we're gonna wrap it up for today. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. We got Prince Marky D in the building. Says Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. And I'm gonna read this again. Quick Fix 914 said, "Keep doing your thing, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $5 super chat." It says, "That's dope. Appreciate it." And let's see. Snow Bunny Backchaser says, "Trying to see if loyalty badge shows up." What is a loyalty badge? I don't know. Love the money green with my name. That's that's hot. Awesome. And Prince Marky D says, "Dope." Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna have to put it up as we end the show for today, right? But that's awesome. That is so many good stuff. So what a way to start 2026. Delivered your car's flip down timer, and it's controlled all by the Stream Deck. The Stream Deck is providing us the web server. We just take that URL. We can have different clocks showing up at different spots. So I'm going to be aiming for our 2.5 hour mark for our shows, and probably use this flip down timer for that. And then for the segments, we're going to be using our different style of timers, all that good stuff. That is the plan. But that's it. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truly appreciate every last one of you guys spending your New Year's Day with me. Thank you so much for the super chats. Your car, Rod Brown, Snowbunny Bag Chaser, Quick Fix, Prince Marky D for being in the building. Thank you guys so much. We are off to the races. We are off to the races. All right. With that being said, Techo Trough, we are out on our first day of 2026. Let's go out there and get it. All right.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah. Tired of the same results. Tired of looking at the scoreboard and always being on the wrong side. Something's got to change. It starts now. Yeah. Woke up, tasted ash in my mouth, same four walls, staring at a life heading south. Bank account's a joke, looking like a typo. Stuck in the loop, a vicious psycho. Taking L's like they were complimentary. My whole existence felt elementary. Stuck in first gear, spinning wheels in the mud. Drowning my potential in a half-hearted flood.
Same excuses, different days. no change, then I look away. But the pain is staying just the same. Got heavier than the guilt, hotter than the flame.
Something snapped, a switch got flipped, tore up the old plans, yeah, the whole damn script. Looked at rock bottom, said I ain't coming back. Time to build a new road, time to get on track.
I was done with the losing, done with the pain, done with standing still in the pouring rain. Now it's focus, discipline, a brand new vision. Wrote a new life, made a new decision. No more looking back, the old me is dead. It's all about the hustle, all the steps ahead from the ground up. Watch the new man rise, yeah, I'm building my win right before their eyes.
The alarm clock rings, it's 5 a.m. Old me hit snooze, but I ain't him. Lace up the sneakers, pavements, my new priest. While the rest of the city still sleeping on the beach. Turning notifications off on the phone. Can't build an empire if you're never alone. Got my mind right, tunnel visions engaged. Felt like I was locked up, now I'm breaking the cage.
It's the small habits, stacking them tall. Reading 10 new pages before I even ball. Every rep in the gym, every dollar I save is another tombstone on my old self's grave. They say, man, you change, you ain't the same. You're damn right I'm not, I just rewrote the game. Focused on the mission, cut the static noise. Traded short-term fun for the long-term joy. I was done with the losing, done with the pain, done with standing still in the pouring rain. Now it's focus, discipline, a brand new vision. Wrote a new life, made a new decision. No more looking back, the old me is dead. It's all about the hustle, all the steps ahead from the ground up. Watch the new man rises, yeah, I'm building my win right before their eyes.
And now the wins, man, are starting to stack. That opportunity I missed, I just got it back. The projects I quit, now the ship is live. The ideas in my head, now they're set to thrive. My whole circle's different, check the new crew. It's mentors and builders, people seeing it through. This ain't luck, this is crafted, this is by design. This is sweat equity, making what is mine.
The mirror looks different, see the fire in the gaze. No more fog, no more walking in the blurry days. It's a chapter 2, the resurrection's begun. The old me lost the battle, but the new me won. This ain't just a phase, man, this is life change. Rearranged my whole world, stepped up to a new stage. Yeah, from zero to hero, from broken to build. Shedding all the weakness, shedding all the guilt. I was done with the losing, done with the pain, done with standing still in the pouring rain. Now it's focus, discipline, a brand new vision. Wrote a new life, made a new decision. No more looking back, the old me is dead. Building my way.
Yeah. Finally hit that checkpoint. They said it couldn't be done, but they ain't on this road. Windows down. Bass all the way up. Just ride.
Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind. All that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's that next phase, feeling yeah, the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
They don't know the hours that I had to put in. All the doors they shut that I had to kick in. All the nights I missed, all the sleep I lost. They just see the shine, they don't know the cost. Remember nights I was praying for a breakthrough, staring at the ceiling, wondering what I'm gon' do. Man, the burnout's real, had to push right through it. Had a vision in my head, I just had to stick to it. All the talk was cheap, man, that noise was loud. Had to block them out, separate from the crowd. They was throwing dirt, trying to cloud the name. While I was in the lab, building out the frame. Every line of code, every hour on the stream was a brick I laid for the whole damn dream. This ain't happened overnight, this was slow cooked. Every L I took was a lesson in the textbook. Now I'm on the highway, cruise set at 80. Feeling like the man, yeah, I'm feeling like maybe I was built for this, maybe it's my time. This milestone's a checkpoint, not the finish line. The bass from the 808 shaking no whip. Took a deep breath, man, I'm enjoying the trip. This is just a preview of the movie, not the end. Time to hit the gas and do it all again. Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind. All that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's that next phase feeling, yeah, the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror.
So I'm rolling solo, just me and my thoughts. Plotting on the next move, connecting the dots. This milestone is sweet, yeah, I'ma let it soak in. But the blueprint for the next one is already spoken to no exist, man, the vision's panoramic. They was sleeping on a kid, now they in a panic. Trying to jump on board, trying to ride the wave. The same ones who got it, the same ones who paid. I just tip the hat, I don't hold a grudge. From where I'm sitting, man, I'm way too far above all the petty drama, all the he said, she said. I'm just focused on the profit, focused on the bread. Optimistic for the future, cause I built the past. Got the foundation solid, know this thing will last. This that tech coach vision, this that pioneer flow. Planted all the seeds, now I'm about to watch it grow to a whole new level, to a different height. I ain't even worried, man, the future's looking bright. It's that round midnight vibe, feeling so alive. Some folks just survive, man, I'm learning how to thrive. So I let the beat rock, fast and heavy bass, while my mind is slow, steady, winning the race. Got the plan laid out for the next 5 years. Cheers to the hustle, man, and cheers to the tear. Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass, now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave it hate mind, all that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's the next phase, feeling, yeah, the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror.
And I won't let them break me, no matter what they send my way. This highway's open, and I'm focused, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Yeah, just like that. The beat ride. That link until you can't even catch up, man. We on a different frequency. Phase 1, complete. Phase 2, loading.